Hi, my name is Professor Dr.Debarati Halder, and in this video session I'm going to discuss about causation of crime. Before we go ahead in our discussion about causation of crime, we should know about some statements which have given rise to many researches on causation of crime. One such important statement is, man is not born as criminal, but circumstances compel him to become criminal. Again, there are other understandings such as some men are born criminals. On the basis of these statements, many criminologists, victimologists, legal jurists, etc., and also law researchers have contributed in the development of understanding regarding causation of crime. Let us now understand about the simple understanding as what makes a man to commit crime. There can be various reasons for making a man to commit a crime. One particular reasoning say it can be biological, which may include physiological reasons, hereditary reasons, or psychological reason. The other reasoning says man commits crime due to situational reasons. This may include societal reasons or human needs. For example, if a particular man feels hungry, he does not have any job, but he needs to have food. Also, he does not have any money. He may feel that stealing food is the best way to satisfy himself. By this, he is causing a crime due to situational reasons. We will now discuss about causation of crime. The understanding of causation of crime has been contributed by schools of criminology. There are different theories by criminologists. Now, let us understand about pre-classical school of criminology. There are huge understanding about causation of crime in the pre-classical school of criminology. One of the understandings of pre-classical criminology can be demonological theory, which is also supported by Indo-European understanding. This came up in 17th to 18th century. According to this, evil spirits can cause crime. Divine power of the king is the supreme power which may prevent causation of crime. There is fear of punishment by king in the minds of individuals. This understanding also supports the concept that dharma rules. However, there is no specific explanation of causation of crimes under this pre-classical concept of criminology. Now, we will understand about classical criminology, which came up in the middle of 18th century. In the classical criminology, we need to understand about Cesare Beccaриa's theory of free will. According to this, act of man is the sole responsible factor. Punishment is in the public interest. Law is superior than spirits. This theory suggests that negative acts versus positive acts is the sole cause for causation of criminality. Theory of free will can be explained through these understanding. Man may think what will happen after I commit a crime.
Consider this. A man may commit murder. He may be arrested by the police. Then what? Either he'll be getting a bail or he'll be getting a jail. He might consider what will happen to my family. He might also consider, is he satisfied after committing the crime, or is he wanting to do more criminal activities. He may also consider what is the profit that he may gain out of that criminality. He may also consider what is the loss that he may have to undergo because of committing the crime. He may also know that there is shelter and food in prison. That means his situation may or may not change in the prison, and he may get free shelter and food in the prison because he may have committed the prison. He may also think about the time of imprisonment. Either it is for life imprisonment, or it is for just 3 years, or for 5 years, or anything. But he may feel that whatever it is, I may get shelter and food in the prison. He may also think about term finished out of the jail. He may feel that whether he may be killed by the friends. He may also consider that he can give some more information about the jail system to his friends. He may also consider whatever happens, he may be out of the jail one day anyway. According to him, no pain, no gain. So, he may consider to commit crime again and again. For juvenile offenders, a juvenile or a minor may think that nobody can detain him for more than 3 years. Hence, he can commit a crime, and he may consider to be either inside the observation home, or he may feel that even if I become adult, I can go to a system which may provide me shelter and food. He may also know that he can come out of the clutches of law by payment of fines. A man who commits murder or who commits any crime may also feel that this is a way to become famous. That is, by committing crime, he can become famous. Also, he may feel that he can still have his education and job either in the correctional system or in the open prison system, where he can continue to achieve whatever he dreamt of. Now, we will understand about classical criminological understanding of punishment. According to classical criminological understanding, punishment should be equal to the pain and the pleasure. That is, the pleasure of committing the crime and the pain that has been suffered by the victim. When these two are equated, that itself should show result in the punishment. Now, we will understand about Positivist school of criminology, which is also known as Italian school. According to this school, society and social policies motivate for causation of crime. It may also be caused due to innate depravity. According to this school, punishment is for the protection of the society. This school also supports the concept of prevention of crimes through punishment. It lays down formal ground for modern criminal law. Now, we will understand about positive school of criminology. It came up in first half of 19th century. This school of criminology supported the concept of anthropology and causation of crime. That means, according to this school of criminology, anthropology plays a big role in causation of crime. According to this school, crime is hereditary. We will now discuss about some criminologists from different schools of criminology. The first of the criminologists that we are going to discuss are here Cesare Lombroso. According to Lombroso, crime to criminal, that means he threw light on criminal rather than the crime. According to Lombroso, criminals are less sensitive. He also stated that criminals can be hereditary criminals. According to him, criminals can be insane. He also stated that criminals are actually criminoloids. Now, we will discuss about another criminologist, Enrico Ferri. He emphasized on the fact of psychosocial reasons rather than biological reasons, as had been emphasized by Lombroso. According to him, causation of crime can happen due to physical or geographical reasons, due to anthropological reasons, and due to psychological or social reasons. According to him, society is dynamic and it changes, and it may influence on the causation of crime. Now we will understand about classification of criminals according to Enrico Ferri. According to him, criminals can be born criminals, they can be occasional criminals, that means these criminals can commit crime occasionally. They can be passionate criminals, that means they are passionate about their crime and criminalities. There can be insane criminals, that means they are out of their senses, they are mad and they are committing criminalities because they do not understand what they are doing. And finally, there can be habitual criminals whom we call as habitual offenders, that means they are committing crime repeatedly, it has become a habit for them to commit criminalities. According to him, criminal should be treated as a product of conditions played in his life. Now we will discuss about another criminologist, Raffale Garafalo. According to him, criminals are creatures of their own environment. He also stated that crime offends sentiments of pity and probity, goodness in average persons. Garafalo also classified criminals. According to him, criminals can be murderers or endemic criminals. They can be violent criminals. They can become criminals for prejudice of honor, politics, religion, etc. Criminals lacking sentiments of probity. There can be lascivious criminals also. According to him, death or life imprisonment is the best punishment. He also supports the idea of elimination of habitual offenders from the society. We will now discuss about another criminologist, Gabriel Tardie. According to him, social environment causes crimes. He also supported the idea that first-timers learn from crime gurus. That means those criminals who have already committed crime or who may have already been taken in the prison system and they may know how criminals are treated in the prisons, or those criminals who have successfully escaped the clutches of law. According to Tardie, there can be rural and urban criminals. Now, we will discuss about sociological or rational school of criminology. This school of criminology supports various reasons for causation of crimes. These are culture, religion, economy, employment situation, density of population, and political situation. As can be seen from this, sociological or rational school of criminology is very much associated with the modern understanding of causation of crimes. Now we will know about clinical school of criminology. According to this school, psychological, biological, social environment motivates the causation of crimes. According to this school, reformation, probation, and parole are the best ways to reform the criminals or to prevent the crime. We will now know about Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud is very famous for the theory of criminal behavior. According to him, functional deviation and mental conflicts create psychopath. He has discussed about id, ego and superego, which may cause crime. Let us now discuss about id. According to him, id can be biological or physiological urges. He says id is normal. However, in certain cases, these may also motivate to commit crime. Next is ego. According to him, ego is conscious personality and everyone must have ego. However, ego can also motivate for committing the crime, especially when someone's ego is hurt. Next is superego. This is force of self-criticism. Superego actually motivates for different criminalities by human beings. Say for example, suicide, depression, complexities, etc. Now, we will know about causation of white-collar crime. Most of the times, white-collar crimes may be committed due to greed, personal need, breaching the public trust, or insecurity, especially towards the criminal justice machinery, or towards the social security, or even to the social reputation of the man. We will now understand about Sutherland's differentiational association. According to Sutherland, criminal behaviors are learned through interaction with others. That means man is not born as a criminal, but he learns about criminalities from the friends or other persons who may have committed crime or who may push the man to commit crime. He also supports the idea that intimate personal groups disburse the information about crime, criminalities, how the crime can be committed, etc. According to him, motives, attitudes, rationalization, and instigation may play significant role in causation of crime. He says association plays key role in committing crime. Thank you.